Alright, so let's look at the review. Reminder that the final is 50 multiple choice questions, just like the review. All no calculator, just like the review. So the review is a very, very good approximation of the final. Alright, this is the video for 22 to 30. It was going to be 21 to 30, but 21 really went with 19 and 20, so we're going to start at 22 on this video and go through 30. Which of the following is equivalent to 8? Oh, this is the root power business, right? Like, if you have a number to the m over n, the top number is the power and the bottom number is the root. The flower power grows on top. The bottom one is the root. So 16 to the 1/2. And we usually do the root first, right? Because when plants grow, the root grows first and then the power grows. So the square root of 16 is 4. To the first is still 4. You guys remember the varying amounts of work to show here. The cube root of 8 is 2. And 2 squared is 4. So that does equal 8. So 1 is true. 64 to the 1/3. So that's the third root of 64 is 4. The cube root of 27 is 3. And 3 squared is 9. And then the cube root of 125 is 5. 5 squared is 25. 4 plus 9 minus 25, I don't want to think about what it is, but it's definitely not 8. So 2 is out. Let's see, the cube root of 4 squared. 4 squared is 16. 16 doesn't have a nice cube root. And 8 doesn't have a nice square root. So I don't know what that is, but that's definitely not equal to 8. So 3 is out. So 1 only. The main thing is flower power's in the top, the root grows underneath, and you normally do the root first to make life a little easier. Number 23. X plus 29 to the 4/5. So I don't really like that 4/5. What power would undo the 4/5? The 5/4, the 5/4. Because power to a power you multiply. So you want to raise it to the reciprocal so that when you multiply, they go away. So x plus 29 equals 16 to the 5/4. Okay, we were just doing this. The fourth root of 16 is 2. You're going to know the powers of 2 and 3 and 4 before this is all over. 2 to the 5th is 32. So x must be 3. Number 24. The solution to that equation, solutions, maybe plural. So let's move the 4 over. 10 minus 4 is 6. Then we'll square both sides to undo the square root. Squaring both sides is where the red light is supposed to be flashing in our brain right now, because what do we have to do if we square both sides? Or do you remember? Don't remember. It's okay, that's why we do the review. If you square both sides, you've got to check your answer. Square root both sides, that's where the plus or minus comes in. Square both sides, it's a similar issue. It's the plus minus thing. We'll have to check our answers when we get through. So 3x minus 3 equals 36. 3x equals 39. X equals 13. hopefully if you're paying attention, and you guys likely are because you're good test takers, you look at your answer choices and you see x equals 13, you're like, okay, I got that. But then when you see no solution, then you just think, wait a minute, what is going on here? Maybe I should make sure that 13 works, because why do they have this otherwise? So let's check to see that 13 works. And usually the checks are pretty quick. 39 minus 3 is 36. Square root of 36 is 6. 6 plus 4 is 10. So yes, 13 worked. We're good. But when you square both sides, you got to check your answers, because it could be no solution. I don't know where the 11 would have come from. Number 25. Oh, that should be an easy one. Let's see, the center. We changed the signs, so negative 5, comma 8. Negative 5, 8. Oh, but is 16 the radius, or is 4 the radius? 4, because that's r squared over there. So we want a radius of 4, so that would be answer choice A. 26 is kind of the same question, just ask in reverse. If the center is 2, 4, then that's x minus 2 and y minus 4. And if the radius is 4, then that means there's 16 on the other side. So x minus 2, y minus 4. Again, 25 and 26 are basically the same question. 27. Which of the following is equivalent to? Oh, do you remember what we're going to have to do here? Complete the square. So let's see if we can collect the x stuff and factor out the 25 all at once. Collect the y stuff and factor out the 4. And then move the 11 over. So I did a couple things at once there. But I grouped my x's, I grouped my y's, and then I factored out what I could. Now for complete the square. Hopefully you've done it enough that you remember what's going on here. Half of b is 1. Half it, square it, add it. That's sort of the key steps of complete the square. Half of b, square it, and add it to both sides. I wrote plus 1, but remember, what did I really add to the left-hand side? 25, so you got to be careful with those. And then for the y stuff, half of b is negative 4. Square it, I get 16, so plus 16. But I didn't really add 16 to that side. I added 16 times 4, which is 64. So 25 times x plus 1 squared plus 4 times y minus 4 squared equals 100. That was nice of them to make this work out evenly. Remember, when it comes to factoring, you are factoring, but you don't have to think about the factoring, because it's always b over 2 is what you use for the factor. Let's divide everybody by 100. At this point, I'm probably looking at my answer choices, thinking I'm getting close here. Let's see. X plus 1 squared, so I can throw out the x minus 1s. Y minus 4. Not y plus 4. And then, be careful with the 4s and the 25. So the 25 over 100 puts a 4 in the bottom of the x's. And the 4 over 100 puts a 25 in the bottom of the y's. So answer choice B. 26 and 27 are great examples of some questions take 5 seconds, some take not quite 5 minutes, but a lot longer. 28, the hyperbola has a center. 5, 6. I'm going to throw those out. Surely nobody picks those. What's the answer, B or D? Oh, I heard them both. This is the tricky one. Yes, sir?
I just wanted to see what a good class who are working hard looks like.
Okay.
Good job, everybody.
Thanks. So why is it not B? Yeah, the X and Y is like out of order, but if you're not paying attention and you're rushed or you're trying to go fast or whatever, it's like, okay, 0, 9, boom, B. But slow down. The X is 9, the Y is 0, so be careful. It's not hard, but again, if you're flying through it and not thinking, then it'll get you. 29 is supposed to be easy, but if we haven't done it in a while, and this is one that when people, who wait 3 weeks to take a makeup test, they miss ones like this. It's like, oh. You want to guess what they pick? What's the best wrong answer?
Probably choose A.
Yeah, right. 8 times 3 is 24. Oh, 83. That's clever. Haven't seen that wrong answer before. Right? You put the 8 and the 3 together, and you get 83. What do we do with the 8 and the 3? We add them. Right? I mean, if you really had to think about it, x to the 8th means 8 x's times 3 more x's gives me 11 x's. Once in a while, I'll see people write that out. It's like, that's fine. Like you somehow forgot what was going on. Convince yourself how to get the right answer. Let's see. 5 over 7, right? Except not really. What do we do with the 5 and the 7? Subtract. And you can either do it 5 minus 7 is negative 2, which should be 1 over x squared. Or what's even better is you realize there's more in the bottom than in the top, so subtract and put it where the larger one is and get 1 over x squared right away. So E. Not hard, but slow down, pay attention, be careful, all of those things. I think you'll have plenty of time to take it, so just be careful. Alright, that ends this video. The next video will be 31 to 40.